Hello beautiful people, welcome back to LJ Videos. Thank you for joining me today. Obviously this is already starting off a little different because my boyfriend Jay is here today.
What's up, what's up?
He's the one that you see in all the other random gaming MLB videos that are on our channel. And he is going to be helping me introduce the rats to you guys today because clearly that's what this video is all about. So we're going to be doing this video in two kind of parts. We have two separate rat cages, obviously. We have 7 females, and the males have to be housed separately from the females or else they'll all get pregnant. So we have 7 females in one cage and then 2 males in another. And so we'll introduce you guys to the first enclosure with all the rat girls, and then we'll move on to the boys. So first of all, this is the girls enclosure. And this is the little area we have. We have like all their little snacks in here and all the cleaning supplies. We have all of their food, which we just ordered another thing of food. And then we also have their bedding. We use the recycled newspaper bedding because they are litter box trained. So I'll let him do a lot of it. He's excited for this video. That's why he wanted to be in it.
Yeah. These are my homies right here.
So who are we starting with? The OG?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with my girl. Come here. This is my girl right here. And this is Millie. They all have M's in this case, I'm pretty sure, right? Oh no. It's Buttons.
Yeah.
And Skunk.
We were going for like sort of an M, like.
It wasn't planned, but we had the boy that you'll meet, and then his name starts with an M, and then when we got her, we gave her an M name because she's like a lab rat, so Millie from Stranger Things.
Because obviously we're obsessed with Stranger Things, hence our Tegu's name, Dart, and he has Stranger Things pants on right now.
Yeah. So this is Millie.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? So we got Millie right here.
So a little quick backstory on the reptile store that I did used to work at, Pinellas County Reptiles. Pretty much all of these guys came from there. We sold rats there for food, and obviously I've always loved rats, so when I would be in there and we'd get a new shipment of rats, I would pick out the ones that were really cute, and I would bring them home, and one after the other, and here we are. And then some of them actually did come from a friend of mine's house who bred rats and was overwhelmed with rats and didn't know what to do with them anymore. So they just told me to take the ones I wanted for free. I told them the ones I liked, that I loved hairless, and I'll tell you which ones are from which. But Millie, the first little girl, she is obsessed with us. We raised them all pretty much from about a weaned rat size. So Millie's always been one of the most like sweet rats of all of them. Come here, Mill. Oh my gosh, that's not Millie.
That is Max. Did you take Millie?
Look at her. It's such an awkward way to hold her, but she's so stinking cute. Go ahead. All right, I want to do the next baby because this one's my baby. So this is Max. Max is my favorite rat that we have. She's up there. She probably is #1 just because she is so chill. Like I can do whatever I want with her. She loves kisses, and she is a Rex, so if you look at her fur, it looks a lot different than Millie's. It's because she has more curly fur. That's what the Rex is called. So that's really cool, and her whiskers are also pretty curly too. But I love her little mask that she has on, and she's Millie's best friend, so that's another reason. And she was the second female added to the clan. So
Max M.
Another M, yes.
Stranger Things.
Yes, she was also a Stranger Things guy. This is Meg, and Meg is obviously brown
/ gray.
/ gray, like a shark.
The Megalodon.
Yeah, the Megalodon, that's how we got it. But we also call her Megan. She's not as social as the other girls. She's a little less social. She's got something on her eye. I got it. She's a little less social, but she's definitely much more social than some of the other ones. We do have a couple that are not as keen on coming out, but we're working on it. We're getting there. And this is my second favorite girl. So this is one of my favorite rats that we have because I am a big fan of hairless rats. This is Marge, or Margaret, and she is what's called a patchwork. And the patchwork just means that she's hairless in some spots, she's not hairless in other spots. She grows it, loses it, regrows it. It's always coming in and not coming in. So you can see she's kind of not as happy with me holding her or picking her up as Millie and Max are, but she's getting better. She's one of my favorites. She's just
yeah, she came from the rat friend.
Yes, she came from the rat friend. She didn't come from my old job. I told them I wanted hairless and they found me her, and I absolutely adore her. I just want her to become more friendly, but she's definitely gotten much better since we got her. She wasn't as great.
She likes to talk a lot too.
Yeah, she's likes to squeak and be very verbal. But so, before he introduces you to the babies, we actually got, Melvin is our male rat. We have 2 rats, Melvin and Rufus. And when we got Millie, and we had a couple of them, we didn't have all of the ones we have now. My mom wanted baby rats, and I told her that I would breed my rats to give her some rats, and I would sell the rest. So I actually gave my mom 3 rats for Christmas. She has 3 of them. And then we kept 3 rats. So we bred, like I said, Melvin and Millie. So the first rat that we introduced to you. And we kept 3 of her female babies. And like my mom took some, and I had some friends take some. It was awesome. So we're gonna introduce to you her babies now because they're super cute. And you can definitely tell that Millie and Melvin are the parents.
Getting attacked currently, but
this is one of our friendliest
of the
babies that we have. Some of them are definitely still nervous. She gave birth to them this year, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or no, last year.
Oh yeah.
Because Christmas. Yeah. Duh.
Well, this is MJ if she ever wants to cooperate. MJ.
Because Millie Jr.
Come here. She looks just like her mom. She's white with the brown head, and if you like get a good view of her head, it's actually brown. It does look gray, but it is definitely brown. And she's really cute. She's not super social, but she's definitely the best out of the babies. They're all kind of skittish right now, just because they're small, but we take them out, all 7, put them on our bed, and with like their own blanket, obviously, so they don't pee and poop on our bed. And it's helped her out specifically a ton because she sees the 4 big ones playing with us and being real friendly and trusting us, so she kind of trusts us. But moving from her, you can go back home, little girl. You grab them. You're the rat grabber. She's a professional at this. She's like Steve Irwin of rats.
Okay, so this is Billy. This is the second most skittish. Skunk is the worst out of the 3. But we call her Billy Buttons because she's got 2 little buttons patterns on her on her back. And she is like a mix between Melvin and Millie because she's got the black, but she's also got the pattern of Millie. They're called hooded rats. Melvin is solid black. He looks like salt and pepper, to be honest with you. She actually bit Jay pretty bad on the finger. Oh my goodness, you're freaking out.
I stuck my fingers through the cage like an idiot, and she chomped me.
None of our other rats, when we stick our fingers through the cage, bite. They all like grab our finger and lick them. And
look at this little party.
Yeah, it's a party. But she decided to bite Jay, I guess. So yeah, she was the second one. We picked her immediately off the bat because, like I said, we loved the buttons on her back. She has a little bit of an attitude, but she's definitely calmed down for sure.
Yeah, and she doesn't bite if you try to grab her. Like I said, I went like this. And yeah, that just looks like food, so she took a bite. But she's never bitten us even when we have her out. Hi, Meg.
And then the last girl, which is, I think, the most skittish of the 3.
But she's also one of the cutest.
Yeah.
Looks like a normal rat. You know? Normal, boring. Focus. And then it gets cute. She looks like a little cow.
So we call her Skunk because she looked like a skunk to us when she was a baby. And I'll post a picture somewhere over here of them when they were first born. Millie carried a litter of 13 rats, which is absolutely insane. I still can't believe that there were 13 of them. I don't understand how that little body carried 13 children. But she's the last one of the group. And for food, if you're just wondering, so I can give an overview, I'll probably do a more in-depth video one day of like what I feed them and everything like that. But right now, this food is Oxbow Essentials. Like I said, I'm waiting for my order of Chewy to come, but this is what they eat. They get as much of this as they want every day. And then
You have a little snack drawer.
Yep, so we have mealworms. These are great for them, great protein, and they can honestly live off these full time. That's how great they are for them. Then we have a mix of banana coconut. We give a lot of oats, and then we have chews in here and stuff. We try to usually stick to either just the food and the mealworms or the oats, and then vegetables and fruits. Did you get that?
I think so.
What happened?
It was MJ. It was MJ's fault. You tried to
ended your life. So we give them a lot of that oxbow food, and then we usually do vegetables and fruits 3 times a week, minimally on the fruits. That's usually a Monday and Friday thing. And then the vegetables, we do heavy on kale, collard greens, dandelion greens, green beans, squash, that's occasional. We do lots of broccoli. We'll do grapes, strawberries, apples, cucumbers, all that stuff. They don't have any health issues. I brought them to the vet, what?
a couple months ago.
A couple months ago, all 9 of them.
Yeah, that was when Millie was pregnant.
Yeah, we brought her when Millie was pregnant, speaking of the devil. Hi, sir. And what's really cool about all of them that most people don't know they can do is they're potty trained. Their poop goes in those litter boxes. The only thing they don't use it for is pee. They still are gonna pee on their mats, which is completely normal. You're never really gonna get away from that, but oh my gosh, she's being so cute.
We do have a little tube that they love to run through. We have this big wheel back there, but literally Max is the only rat I've ever seen in my life actually use it.
She runs on it every night.
Every single night you hear it, you just hear running on this wheel and you look over and it's her. They have their little tube and then their little hammock down here, which they love to sleep in.
They have a lot of paper towel rolls and toilet paper rolls we give them for just enrichment. We're definitely gonna add more stuff to this enclosure. It's just a work in progress as always. So now we're gonna go to the boys enclosure. Okay, so this is the boys enclosure. We did move it. It's not normally sitting here, but just for explanation purposes and to see them, we moved it. Now I know, first of all, if you're an experienced rat owner, the first thing you're gonna think is of those grates. Now, I keep an extremely close eye on their feet to see if they get bumblefoot. I do worry about it, but I did not think about it until after I got the cage, and then I slapped myself in the head. However, the boys are a lot less active than the girls are, so the boys literally, I kid you not, are 98% of their time in their hammocks. So I'm not really concerned about it. The only time they come out, because they're lazy, and you can even see by Melvin, his weight, he's heavier than all the others, just because they don't move around. They're very lazy. I had him in a bigger enclosure beforehand, and he wanted nothing to do with it. Like, absolutely nothing. He was in
that red wheel, nothing.
Yeah, he was in the bottom of that enclosure. We separated before we had so many females. Wanted nothing to do with it. All he did was sleep in his hammocks. So Melvin was our first rat. He is our oldest rat. He is over a year old now. We got him in February of 2019, so he's gonna be 2 years coming up, and he's very healthy. Like I said, we brought him to the vet as well, and he had a great overall health, honestly. She did say that clearly he was on the heavier side, but you know, it's very hard to make them work out. Melvin loves to come out. He is a big rat. No joke. I told you he looks like salt and
straight out
pepper.
of a sewer.
So he's a big boy. He's got big nuts. You can't avoid him. But he's a really, really sweet boy. He's honestly never bitten us. We raised him from, like I said, when he was a weaned rat. He was probably only about that long without his tail. And everyone that comes over, obviously they're intimidated by his size and think he's a sewer rat, but they automatically like are in love with him because of how gentle he is. He's like Max. You can just fold him up in a little ball and he's just happy to be with you.
This was the first rat. This was hers, and I hated him because I'm from New York and these things terrorize us. But then after she had him for a while, she showed me that he's way different than hamsters specifically, which is another reason why I didn't really like him, because hamsters are not nice.
Yeah, I don't like hamsters either.
So then she brought home Millie, and then we pretty much claimed one each, so Melvin became hers, and I kind of claimed Millie. Another thing with Melvin is he likes to pee and scent.
Yeah, so that's one of those things. I was actually talking to Aaron's Critters. If you watch this video, I know you're going to watch this video. About this, the females have a much more excited, energetic demeanor, whereas the boys are a lot calmer. They're known for being more cuddly, but the problem is, which is why I have so many girls and not so many boys, is because girls don't scent. When you have a boy out, I don't know if he's done it to Jay already, but they pee anywhere they are because they are marking their territory. So when you have them out, they're peeing all over you. So it is part of having the rat, but it's definitely something I don't enjoy having as much, and I'm sure not many people enjoy having it as much, but they're definitely much sweeter, I will tell you. They're much calmer, they're not as energetic, that is true. They are much cuddlier.
My boy's got some cojones.
Yeah, they're no joke.
Jesus.
He loves to get scratched. As you can see, he's just content with being scratched. It's like, oh yeah, that's the spot. Oh yeah, that's the spot.
Okay, he is like literally in heaven.
Do you feel good?
My man's got the salt and pepper hair like he's 40.
I told you he's got salt and pepper hair. And it seems like there's not another rat in here, but I assure you, there is. He's down here, chilling in this.
As we said, they don't just sit in the hammock, they're literally inside the hammock.
They're destructive animals. They like to nest, so they like to build things out the way they want. And the exact opposite of Melvin is the hairless rat Rufus, and his cojones are just as big, and they look bigger because they're bald. He is completely hairless. He does have a couple specks of hair, a little peach fuzz on his back,
head.
On his head. He looks like
he's
rat.
Really, yeah, that's why his name is Rufus. Rufus the naked mole rat.
Yeah, so he's funky. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't handle him much because he really does not like to be handled, which is fine. Look at all those wrinkles. Oh my gosh, look at the wrinkles. They're so cute. Look at that. But he just doesn't like being handled, so we don't, whoa, look at that. We don't take him out that much, but he is a sweet boy, so I will take him out occasionally, but like I said, I don't want to stress him out. And he was, what is he doing? He never does this.
He's like, I'm out. Let me explore.
We don't have a litter box for them, and the reason of that is because this is their litter box down here. They will actually pee down here in the corners. They usually pick the corners.
That's why we only have bedding on the corners. They literally will not poop in the middle whatsoever.
Yeah, they usually, if they poop anywhere else, they'll poop on these levels in the corners. But and just to show you guys too, I don't know if I gave you like a good show. They don't have bumblefoot, you can even see it. There's no redness, no irritation. If I saw any sign of that whatsoever, you can see he peed on me already, twice. But if they do get any sign of bumblefoot, I'm always watching. I'll change the enclosure, but for now, like I said, they have no problem. These boys live in their hammocks. Before we came in here and did this video, obviously Rufus was in here and Melvin was down here laying, so I'm not concerned about it, but if it ever becomes an issue, we'll have no problem moving them. As for any more rats, we don't really plan on getting any more rats in the future. They are a lot of work. I'm cleaning the girls' enclosure a minimum of 3 times a week, and that's just a wipe down. So I'm taking everything out of their enclosure, wiping it down, I'm putting it back in. The boys get an enclosure clean every week just because obviously these are bars, they're not like the girls' enclosure. And most of it is just me wiping down the levels and changing this bedding. And then probably about once a month, I take out all of their trays and I'll take this in the shower and I rinse it all down and wash it with a soap and water scrubby. So they're a lot of work. If you're getting rats, just remember that. There he goes. He loves his water. Now he's cleaning himself.
Look at the hair on his head.
It's peach fuzz.
And then Melvin is cleaning himself again. He's like, I'm a dirty boy.
He's always cleaning himself.
They have their toilet paper roll as well.
They love to munch on that. But this is obviously much smaller because there's only 2 of them, whereas in the big enclosure there's 7 of them, so they have plenty of rooms to run around. But they're awesome. They're awesome pets. They're very smart. They're very personable, especially the girls. To me, the girls are amazing. I do love the boys, but obviously I have more girls because I love the girls. So it was kind of a short video, but it's not a lot to explain. I just wanted an introduction. Like I said, I can do a more in-depth video at another point in time on their food preparation and how I clean their enclosure and taking them out and stuff like that, and that'll be a longer video. But this one's just kind of an overview of who they are, just so you know their names, you know what they look like and everything like that. And obviously Jay really wanted to be in the video, so.
Yeah, and I do want to just apologize if my camera recording skills aren't as great as this one right here. Hopefully you'll be seeing more of me on these videos, because I do want to, you know, be a part of her world and the reptile world. But yeah, my skills might not be that great right now, so just cut me some slack, alright?
But we're gonna do a little bit different of an outro because Jay wants to do something cool, I guess. So excuse this outro. I'm pre-apologizing for it. And if you don't know, Green Gang, that's what we're a part of. That's his streaming organization. Yes, that's the right word. All of his videos of him streaming and stuff like that are on this channel. We'll be adding more videos, of course, and then he streams every single day. So if you guys want to watch his videos, go check out Twitch at @TheRealJVelez. I think he's really fun to watch, and I'm usually on there too, so we have a lot of fun. It's not just watching him game and boringness.
Yeah, I make baseball interesting, alright?
Yeah, it does. I don't even like the game, but I enjoy it in there because there's a lot of cool people. We have a lot of fun discussions and weird conversations that are really weird and they're really funny. So I definitely suggest, if you want to have some fun or if you're bored and you want something to do, come check us out on Twitch. It's really fun. But as always, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to see when I post next, hit that notification bell because it will alert you. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, whatever in the world it could possibly be, drop a comment down below. And most of all, if you enjoy Jay and I and our whole adventure, and for all the amazing and fun things to come, not just gaming, not just reptiles, but so much more that's just not out yet, please hit that subscribe button. I promise you, you won't regret it. And what's your cool outro?
Yeah, so on the count of 3, we're all gonna do it. 1, 2, 3. Yay! Alright. On the count of 3.
On the count of 3.
You gotta say, give me.
Yeah, I got it.
1, 2, 3. Give me a yay!